We took a nap.
We took a nap, so we feel better. We don't smell any better.
No.
But we're not even going to smell this time because we know we smell. So, okay, here we go. Go ahead, Miss Benson.
Oh, we can clear out that stuff that we've left here since yesterday.
Oh, I know. We're so bad.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, so this question, we've all seen these before. We're just going to remind you kind of how to do it. It says, which equation is verified by the graphic? And then there's a right triangle with a bunch of blocks. Remember we did this with the Cheez-Its? I think some of the other Math A classes did it with Cheez-Its too.
Cool.
And then we've got these 4 options. So when I'm looking at this, the first thing I'm thinking is if it's a right triangle, I know that it has to be using the Pythagorean Theorem.
So, a squared plus b squared equals c squared.
And maybe I don't know what a, b, and c are yet, but I know it has to be using that formula. So if I look at my choices, when I'm trying to decide which one of these shows this picture, it better be in this form. Okay? So it could possibly be a.
Because there's a squared, and squared.
Right. But it is not going to be b, because that says square root, square root, square root. And this doesn't have any square roots in it. So we know it's not going to be b. It could possibly be c, squared, squared, squared.
Yep.
And there's no way it's going to be d.
Nope.
Square root, square root, square root. So once we've done that, then the only thing left to do is really just to count the sides. So I'm going to count, let's count the hypotenuse first. Why not?
Okay.
Across from the right angle, this side over here is my hypotenuse. So let's count it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. I like that. All right.
I could just stop there, but let's be good students and let's count our 2 legs. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I think we have found our answer. 6 squared plus 8 squared equals 10 squared.
Just remember to count the lengths of the sides. These should not be hard. We just sometimes forget.
All right. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, next one. It says, which of the following sets could be the side lengths of a right triangle? Okay, so we've talked about this many times. I feel like these are actually the ones that we're best at when they give us all 3 sides. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a set of 3. We're going to plug them into the Pythagorean Theorem. And basically we just want our 2 sides to be equal. Okay, and we're going to do the bulk of the work in the calculator.
Okay, so there's actually 2 ways to do this. So let's show them both ways and see what happens. So like the first one, let's look at A. What's going to be the hypotenuse there? It's always going to be the longest side, correct? So that's a 17. So we could actually do 17 squared and go to the next line. Right. Then we could do the other 2 pieces. 8 squared plus 15 squared, and that gives us 289.
Dang, we got it on the first
try. Got it on the first try. Good for us. But now we can go ahead and check it. So we're going to put a check by that because we know it worked. Now, there is another way we could do it. We could do this way. We could do, could you type it in the back? C squared.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there's C squared. And then on the next line, we're going to put A squared plus B squared. Then on the next 3 lines, we're going to put C equals, A equals, and B equals. So now we're going to fill some stuff in. Let's look at that next one.
Sure.
What would the hypotenuse be? Which one's the longest?
15.
So I'm going to make C 15. And what would my 2 legs be? Because it doesn't matter what order they go in.
7 and 8.
7 and 8. Wow, look at that.
Up at the tippy top.
Oh, they don't match.
225 and 113.
They don't match, so that will not work for us. So let's try, how about we try the next one?
Sure.
Okay, let me erase everything. All right, what's C? What's the longest side? 17. So we're going to put in 17 there. And then what are the 2 sides?
8 and 9.
So there's an 8 and there's a 9. And again, it does not work. So we know that that's not going to work. And let's go ahead and try the last one. And what would the hypotenuse be? Because it's the longest side.
17.
So we're going to put a 17 there. What would my 2 sides be?
2 and 15.
2 and 15. And, oh, Still doesn't work.
No.
But you know what? Let's go ahead and just put in that first one again just to make sure it works both ways. So 17 was definitely the hypotenuse, and the sides were 8 and 15, correct? There it is, 289 and 289. So there's two different ways you can do it in the calculator, whatever makes you happy.
Right.
Okay.
But the bulk is, we're still just doing the work. Let the calculator do the work for you. Take advantage of the fact that it can do all these things.
Right.
And whichever way you want to do it, use the calculator, please.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so
Okay.
let's go on. Ooh, this are fun.
Okay, now we get to solve something.
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right, let's get our
A
formula.
squared plus b squared equals c squared.
It is on your formula sheet, which we'll put on Blackboard today, but this is also like the easiest formula ever.
Yes,
Okay.
it's not hard to remember.
All right. So the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out what we are missing. All right, so I know that I am missing this side over here, but I have to decide if that side is a leg or if that side is a hypotenuse. And the easiest way for me to do that is just figure out which side is the hypotenuse.
Absolutely,
Okay,
I think so.
out from my right angle, I'm going to draw an arrow, and the side that it is pointing at, that's
That is
my hypotenuse.
Always your hypotenuse, yes.
Okay, and then the other two sides, it doesn't matter. These two are my two legs over here.
All right.
All right?
So here we go.
There are ways that you can do this in the calculator, but we've had a lot of trouble determining which one to do when.
Okay,
So we're going to set it up on here.
and then
And
we'll
then
work more on that later.
We'll work on that. Because we try to use tricks.
It
and
didn't
then
work.
It just doesn't
Okay,
work.
no problem.
All right, so I don't know what A is. B is 31. C is 54. And then I always tell people if they can just get to this step, then the rest is really not so bad.
Right.
Because there's only two things you can do mathematically. All you can do is what's 31 squared
It is 961.
and what's 54 squared.
It is 2,916.
You can't do anything else there, so that's taken care of. And then we're just solving like a regular equation. So to move this plus 961, I'm going to subtract 961,
And you get 1955.
and you get 1955. And then we have one more step. Remember,
Yes.
Miss Benson told you all about her trip to the mall to go ask the man where she could find a plain Vans shirt, because that's what we're doing. We're doing the square root of the answer.
Yep.
Which looks just like the Van symbol, and then there it is. A is 44.2 meters. So if you're going to try to use the calculator and not write all of this stuff out, you have got to be really, really careful, because I've
Right.
seen you make mistakes. So you got to be very careful.
Absolutely. All right.
Okay, let's do
One more.
this. One more, last one.
Okay, guys, so this one is a word problem. So just think about it. It's not going to be that hard. It says, Amy walked down Main Street from the playground, then took Broad Street to the store for a cold drink. If she goes back to the park by a shortcut avenue, how long is Amy's walk? Holy macaroni.
It's okay.
It's not that hard. So really, you just have to look at what the picture is giving you. Can you show them maybe what it is, that triangle?
So, yeah. There's one street,
Mhm.
one street, and then this is the way she's going to walk home.
Right. And that means this right here is the right angle. Okay? So now we're going to go through and we're going to set up an equation to figure out what we need to do. So we've got a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And if you look, it's straight across from the right angle. That c squared is the part we're missing. All right? So we're going to figure that out. This picture shows us that the first leg is 100. The second leg is 105. Uh-oh,
Oh, sorry.
it's 105. Okay, so we're going to plug those into our formula and use our calculator. So we've got 100 squared, okay, plus 105 squared equals 21,025. Do not stop there.
No, no, no.
That's not your answer. That's what the hypotenuse squared is. That's what c squared is. So to get the answer, you're going to have to take the square root of your answer, which gives you 145. The way I did that on the calculator is I went down one line, pushed the square root symbol, and then used the answer button to pull it down. And it gave me the answer. And that is the length of that shortcut avenue. All right?
So today, while you're solving problems, please just write it out.
Write it out. Write it out. Use your calculator, and you're going to be fine. All right? We'll see you guys later.